views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of Paranormal Buzz Radio or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is strictly prohibited. For information on everything Paranormal Buzz Radio has to offer, visit our website, paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Exploring the Unknown with Rebecca and Shay. Taking stories from today's news, Rebecca and Shay will explore everything from the paranormal, supernatural, the strange and unusual, unsolved mysteries, and more. Join them as they delve deep into the unknown and mysterious, taken from news headlines. Water cooler chat with a paranormal twist. Only on Paranormal Buzz Radio. Hey everybody, welcome to Exploring the Unknown with Rebecca and Shay. I'm Shay Carroll.
And I'm Rebecca Williamson.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, Shay?
I'm good. I don't know if I'm excited to talk about this next story or scared. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, so I don't know if you're trying to get me excited or trying to push my buttons yet.
Well, this is one that I think we need to talk about, and I don't know if it's going to be like, I don't know. It needs talked about. Let's put it that way.
All right. Well, we're going to see. I want to get right into this, so tell me, what are we talking about today?
Okay, this article is from April 19th of 2021, and it is called Inventive or Insensitive? New owner wants to bring axe throwing to Fall River's Lizzie Borden bed and breakfast.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Axe throwing has become an increasingly popular activity for adults looking for a fun group activity. There's something so exhilarating about holding a hatchet above your head and launching it at a target, hoping to get that bullseye throw. But is there a time and place where it's just inappropriate? The incoming new owner of Fall River's Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast is aiming to bring axe throwing to the property. But it's tough to say if the idea will hit or not. Ha ha.
Ha
ha. Late last month, the Fall River Licensing Board unanimously granted Lance Zool, I don't know what his name is, of U.S. Ghost Adventures, both a lodging house and a common particular
yeah.
license to prepare and serve food.
All right, wait a minute.
An interview with, yeah.
All right, so when you told me on the show that Zach bought it, it's not really Zach, right?
Right, it's not really Zach. And I'm kind of confused here.
Did people just see Ghost Adventures? Did they just see that and think it was Zach?
Maybe, but is it one of Zach's branches?
I don't know. I know nothing about the guy.
Because I would think U.S. Ghost Adventures or Ghost Adventures would be a copyright infringement, personally. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right, sorry. We're 2 minutes in and I already interrupted. But I was confused myself, so.
Well, yeah, and I'm kind of confused too, but anyway. In an interview with Boston.com, Zool, I don't know what this guy's name is, said that along with virtual daytime and nighttime tours, he also wants to add a variety of new activities from axe throwing and escape rooms to outdoor music and paint nights on the property where Andrew Borden and his wife, Abby, were hacked to death with a hatchet in 1892. We'll be painting happy little axes instead of happy little clouds, Zoll told Boston.com, referencing painter Bob Ross. The Lizzie Borden home has been a key feature of the Fall River community for many years, especially after it was turned into a bed and breakfast where residents from across the world could tour the property and stay overnight. But is the potential addition of axe throwing area a little too close to home or even insensitive given the gruesome state of the murders? Yes, it's been almost 130 years, but shouldn't some things be left alone? Let us know your thoughts on this article. They have some more pictures of inside the Lizzie Borden house. But yeah, that's That's what we're talking about today.
I think this is in poor taste.
I think it's kind of tacky, personally.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of tacky.
It is.
I mean, I get the trying to diversify and, bring in more revenue by doing events and stuff, but
why those ones?
I don't know. It just seems really tacky.
It does.
And, I mean, axe throwing here is a big deal. I mean, there's a lot of people that are going on dates for axe throwing stuff, and it just, people really do seem to enjoy that. So, I mean, I can kind of see, and, I mean...
I can understand that, but I have nothing against axe throwing, but, like you, I think we're both correct. I think it's tacky and in poor taste. I really do. It seems very gimmicky.
Very gimmicky. Exactly. Very gimmicky. And, his other things that he's got going on, I mean, some of them I do myself personally at Cambry. So I can kind of see where he's coming from, Yeah,
but did you have axe murders at Cambry? And do you paint the axes and have contests throwing them? I don't know.
No. I mean, we do French Impressionist paintings because the Cambrys were French. So...
yeah, but that's not... I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know. How far is too far, I guess, would be.
I don't know.
How far is too far?
I mean, everybody has the right to do it.
Thing, would you want to do an escape room in a house where murders had taken place? I don't know. I don't know that I'd want to do that. But then again, I don't do haunted houses either, so... I mean, the fake haunted houses.
Yeah.
Real ghosts I'm good with. Fake ghosts I'm not.
Exactly. There's so many questions. Like, is it taken away from the integrity that has been built up over the 130, 80 years, whatever it's been? And they've tried to keep it so true to the time. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can see where it might be a natural progression of that. Axe murders, axe throwing. But I think there is a difference between a respectable, a respectable place and, a cheesy haunted house. I mean,
I agree.
It almost feels like they're trying to make it cheesy.
It is. Like I said, gimmicky. It's the only word. Tacky, gimmicky, in poor taste. Yeah, just to put my feelings in perspective for people. I'm not trying to judge what they're doing there, but I wouldn't even do. You know how people pose on the couch with the axe over their head at the Lizzie Borden house? You see it. Everybody goes.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of tacky.
I wouldn't do that, but that's me. I don't judge people who do, but that just crosses a personal line of mine, I guess. So I don't know. I'm torn on this.
Yeah, and like I said, it's kind of a one-trick pony there. It's a haunted house, bed and breakfast. If you've gone once, do you need to go again? I mean, I can see where they're trying to bring locals, do some repeat business, give them an alternate source of income besides just the bed and breakfast. But
well, if that was the case, the first thing they should do is lower the prices. You got to remember, I'm from this area, and I've never been because to me, it's very high. So, but again, that's just me.
I found the website for U.S. Ghost Adventures.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of checking this out here. U.S. Ghost Adventures offers entertaining, historic, and authentic ghost tours of the United States' most haunted cities. We aim to deliver fun yet honest accounts of the hauntings that are so prevalent across the nation. Well, our stories are derived from historic research. A ghost tour won't be the same without the ghost stories. They have locations all over the country. So, It's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here if I can find out who owns this place.
Wait.
It doesn't say.
This one says Ghost
So
Adventures.
in my...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, in my book, it doesn't say Zach Baggins on it, so it's probably not.
Yeah,
because it seems like if Zach Baggins was involved, his name would be all over.
Oh, yeah. I would think.
Right. But then again, I just don't understand how they're using the Ghost Adventures name, even with throwing U.S. in front of it and not getting sued for some sort of copyright.
And maybe they had the name longer. I don't know. There's
Maybe.
so many ways.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, okay. Lily, host to ghost. Own your very own haunted Lily doll.
Who's Lily?
I don't know, but that right there is just like, that seems kind of tacky. Lily, host a ghost. Use Lily to ward off other ghosts and ghouls around Halloween. Put Lily on a porch, hang her on a door, put her on a shelf, or use her to scare friends, family, and children. Make Lily move around and appear in different places and look for others to find each morning. Terrify children and scare your friends and family.
Oh my God, it's a Halloween elf on the shelf.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's still better than the axe throwing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. I can't figure it out. But I'm assuming if it was Zach Baggins, his name would be in the article, so.
Yeah. You can edit out however much you want, but yeah, if it was Zach Baggins, it would say Zach Baggins on there because they'd want to use his name to sell it. So.
And I honestly, this is almost a compliment for Baggins. I don't even know if he would do some of that stuff that was suggested.
Yeah, like I said, it just seems tacky to me. And I mean, Zach is excited and woo-woo, possessed as he gets. I don't see him being tacky on purpose. I mean, he's got that ghost museum, and from what I've heard, and that museum in Vegas that he owns is really neat and really nice, and he's done a good job with it. So
yeah, I can't even see him doing this. But I could be wrong. If any listeners know if this is affiliated, let us know.
Yeah, I mean, if it is, we could be wrong. I mean, maybe he's just kind of like trying to keep his name out of it so people don't worry about getting possessed there. But
yeah, but his name would be off. They own 33 locations. His name would be off all of them.
Right.
So I can't see him with his ego. I can't see him doing that either.
Yeah, no, I don't see him. If it was his name would be on this stuff.
I do too.
Somehow or another.
Here's a question for you, a little off topic.
Do
you think I'll ever be invited on Ghost Adventures? Oh, sorry. I couldn't help myself. Oh.
You never know. I'd
be invited on just to be roasted. Like, remember when you called me douchebagging 669 times?
Yes, and I could totally see him saying that too.
Yeah,
because that just sounds like the thing that he'd say. Remember when you called me douchebaggins on your podcast? And you'd be like, yeah.
Yep, and I meant it every single time. But I also give him credit. I would never go on the show. I was just kidding, people. Don't, send me hate mail for saying that. Because people be like, oh, now you want to be on the show. No, I don't want to be on the show. But I do give him credit. He is amazingly smart at making money in the entertainment world.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about it. I just wish he
I wish he would be a little more.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he does a lot of stuff to play up for the cameras now.
Yeah.
I used to watch it, Ghost Adventures, back in the day.
Yeah, when Nick was on,
when they very first came out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were good. And then it got to a point where they were provoking more than I felt comfortable with.
A hell of a lot more.
Every episode.
Yeah.
And there was one day where I was watching it, and I'm like, I don't want the vibration of what they're doing to be in my house.
Yeah.
I don't want all that provoking, that negative talk being spoken in my home. So I stopped. I haven't watched it since.
Yeah, see, for me, I never even thought about it. Okay, this is in poor taste, or it's entertainment purposes. I'm smart enough to understand this is not how you really investigate the paranormal. So I just stopped watching, and I never gave it a second thought until so many people started emulating. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Started, copying how and what, something to, and again, he's a brilliant businessman. I mean, he's a millionaire.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
if
exactly.
he would just
he's
put up
doing something right.
Yeah,
he's doing something right.
Put up something at the end, like, remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, I don't know what, but something. Just so people would, because even though he comes across like that, he's been doing this a long time, and he knows people way up there and friends that know a lot of stuff. So if he ever got in trouble, he could get help. How about Joe Schmo that just started 3 months ago that is going to go in and act like him and not know what they're walking into or what they're leaving behind for the next person?
Right, exactly. So. I agree 100%. I think some of the ghost hunting that they do is a little bit irresponsible. And like I said, I came to the realization I don't want the vibration of that negative energy that they are projecting and drawing in my home. I don't want that. I'm just watching it on TV, but do the entities that they are trying to pull in, do they know it's just TV? No, right. I don't think they do. So, like I said, I won't watch it anymore. I don't like that. Yeah. I don't want that energy in my home. But I'm particular about my home and my home's energy personally. So
I'm working on mine. Not my home, but just energy in general, who I surround myself with. So I am working on it. I do have to admit, since we're given... even when I talk bad about somebody, I'd like to give credit where, I did watch... Go ahead.
I did watch that show when it first started, and I did really like it.
I did too, but I watched the Cecil one. The Cecil Hotel episode.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I'm obsessed with the Cecil Hotel. Again, it was the same old antics, but I just had to see it. So, is that me being two-faced or whatever you want to say? I don't know. At least I admit it.
Well, like I said, I haven't watched it in years. Yeah. So I don't know if they're still doing the same thing on the episodes now.
They did. They did. I think he almost got possessed during that one, just like every other episode. But no other team has ever been allowed to fully investigate on television like this, or ever, I think.
He does get into some incredible locations.
Again. Yeah,
right.
He probably has to pay for the whole building. Yeah. He's a millionaire.
Right, exactly. He gets to investigate some incredible locations, and he's an excellent marketer. He markets himself incredibly well.
Oh, yes, he's brilliant at it.
Yeah, and the museum and everything else. I mean, Zach's a really excellent businessman.
He is.
I will say that.
I've always said it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like I said, I really, looking at that website, I really don't think Zach is in charge of that. So.
Yeah. I would say if you were on Twitter, you could ask him on Twitter. I think I'm blocked. I think he blocked me on Twitter. I've only been blocked by a few
douchebag
people.
on Twitter.
I think I might be blocked. The other ones are politicians I've been blocked by, and I'm not saying which. Actually, I've been blocked by Democrats and Republicans, so.
Yeah, say.
Hey, you know.
Well, anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna side with. I think the axe throwing is tacky. I just do. I think it's tacky, and it kind of diminishes everything that they do out there. That's my personal opinion.
And to me, it's almost like making fun of how they died. Almost.
Yeah.
Or making light of how they died.
I agree. Making light of how they died and just, it's hard enough to put yourself out as being credible when you're talking to ghosts or trying to talk to ghosts without, doing axe throwing as an axe murder.
And antics like this could take us down, everybody down a few notches.
Right.
So.
I agree.
Oh, I definitely agree. So we'll see. I don't know.
All right. Well, I think that's a good spot to wrap our discussion.
All right. You're supposed to say on that note.
Oh, well. On that note.
On that note, I think
you're better at this than I am.
I might leave all this in just for the listeners. It's because I get in the habit of saying stuff, and that's my cue to you. When I say on that note, you know where. All right, I'm done.
Oh, so are you going to butcher the Facebook group this time?
Oh, whose turn is it?
I'm going to say it's your turn because I did it really badly last time. So.
Okay. If you have any questions for us, or if you know anything about this group, or if Mr. D. Baggins is affiliated with this group, let us know in our Facebook group. Also, if you want to be a guest or if you want us to cover a certain story, send it to us in the group. And the group, I believe, is Exploring the Unknown Podcast with Rebecca and Shay.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to comment on this article, I think this is an article that everybody wants to comment on personally, but if you've been on one of these U.S. Ghost Adventure tours, I'd like to know, are the rest of them are they tacky or are they done well?
And we should also say that they haven't actually implemented this stuff yet. I think they're just throwing it out there for failers. So maybe they won't. Maybe they won't.
Just using it to draw interest.
Yeah, we'll see. Because you know what they say in show business, any publicity is good publicity. So maybe they're not actually going to go through with it. I guess we'll have to do a follow-up.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Because I would like to go to the Lizzie Borden house. I haven't been yet, and I would like to.
I live here, and I haven't been.
It's on my list, so maybe that's something we can do together, Shane.
There we go. Okay. I'm writing it down in my wish book. I don't have a wish book, but right. I might need one now.
Put that on the bucket list.
Yeah.
Put that on the bucket list.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening, whether you're listening today, Sunday, or if you're listening later. We hope you enjoyed it. If you're a repeat listener, thank you for tolerating us.
For sure. And
all right. Thank you for tolerating me. Rebecca's great. Thank you for tolerating me.
Well, I butcher everybody's name. I do believe I called this guy Zool, so.
Hey, maybe that's how you say it. That would make a lot of sense.
It would make way too much sense.
Yeah. Huh. It'd be like, Dawn strikes on Rebel Head. I got it now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, have a great week. We will be back next Sunday.
Yep, thanks, guys.